What is up, guys? My name is Mason Steele, and welcome to another episode of Surviving Standard. Today's deck is called Finley's Army Paladin. As you can see from the deck list on the left, this is a Reno/Singleton style deck. I'm always a little bit hesitant to do these on this site because we always try to have themes running through our deck. And well, if you're gonna be a Reno deck in Standard, honestly, you're just kind of playing maybe the 30 best cards in Standard. But because of Finley being 2 mana, because we can take an aggro approach to this deck, I think it is a little bit interesting. This deck does have a theme. The theme is, well, play out your hand as quick as possible and then rely on a couple big reload cards, and we'll take a look at them in a sec. Yeah, as you can see from the deck list, most of the cards here are under 2 mana. We have a big secret theme because, well, a lot of the recent Paladin cards have been secret synergy cards, and they combo with one of the big reload cards, Subject 9. This is a card you do keep in your mulligan. Subject 9 does a great job of, well, removing all the secrets from your deck, getting you closer to those powerful legendaries. And the deck has a lot of secret synergies, so you're going to be happy to play them all at once, maybe with a secret keeper. Let's look at the 1-drops. We're going to look at a lot of the new cards. This deck, I tried to make sure to include a bunch of the new cards, whether they were the optimal choice or not. A lot of them turned out to be pretty good. Brazen Zealot was definitely one of them, along with Beaming Sidekick. In fact, these two 1-drops work really well together. If you have them both on turn 1 with the coin, you get a 3/3 and a 1/2. That will definitely snowball the game, especially if you can back it up with a secret or a weapon. Beaming Sidekick works extremely well with 3 of the 1-drops in the deck. Like I mentioned, the Brazen Zealot, but also the Murloc Tidecaller and the Secret Keeper. If you can get an early buff on 2 of those cards, they can snowball out of control for sure. All right, moving on to the 2-drops. Fish Flinger, I should mention because it's one of the new cards. It works well when you are a Murloc deck and your opponent might not be. And, well, Finley's a Murloc as well. You're going to make use of the Fish Flinger better your opponent. This is also another way to generate cards in a deck that spews out its hand. Quicksand Elemental, another new card. It works very well in this deck as you get onto the board very quickly. This battle cry is great early, great late. Just a very strong card and definitely should make any aggro Reno list. Sandwasp Queen, not quite as strong as the Quicksand Elemental, but it does have some synergies in the deck that we'll look at here. And this helps us go really wide really quickly. Yes, the 1 health is weak to certain hero powers, but because, again, we go wide so quickly, our opponent might not be able to spend 2 mana to ping every turn. So overall, the Sandwasp Queen was pretty strong. Funny enough, Surfing of the Sands, while his name gets into the title of the deck, is nowhere near the strongest card in the deck. A lot of times you just don't have time to mess around with even an upgraded hero power. The hero powers to watch out for are the Paladin and the Warlock one, specifically going wide and being able to draw cards. From there, you're going to want to look at, well, the next tier, Druid, Mage, and then Hunter, right? The 3 damage to the face can definitely win some games. Below that, you're looking at Rogue, Warrior, Priest, Shaman. Generally, you don't want to be picking those. The Rogue one would be good, but we're already playing 3 weapons in this deck, so unless you have a situation where you're getting run over by another aggro deck, I would stay away from the Rogue hero power. We do need to talk about Zephyrus the Great, the big reason to be a Reno/Singleton deck in Standard. This is your finisher card and will end many games, whether it's getting a Pyroblast or a Fireball or a Gorehowl. Maybe you are a wide and it's going to give you lethal with Savage War or Bloodlust. Maybe you need to get a tech card like Big Game Hunter or Mind Control Tech, or maybe your opponent went off with Giggling Avenger and you need a Blood Knight or a Mass Dispel. Regardless, this is one you want to save generally for the end of the game to give those game-ending blows, but it's not the worst if you can play this around turn 4. Maybe it gives you a cleave when you need it. Maybe it gives you a Power of the Wild to buff your board. And a lot of times it's going to give you a card you might not have thought about. Something like Soul of the Forest can always be a little bit interesting. At 3 mana, we have a couple legendaries. Commander Rissa works really well in any deck playing a lot of secrets. We also have Snip Snap, again, a card that spams the board, gives you opportunities to play on turn 3, gives you opportunities to play on turn 6 and 9. We don't have many mech synergies, but this card is generally strong at any point on turns 3, 6, and 9. History Buff is a card I got to experiment with this list. It is pretty strong, comes down as a 3/4, and continues to buff your hand. It combos pretty well with Sandwasp Queen. We only have 2 4-drops in the deck. The 2 Hallmark cards in Paladin, Consecrate and Truesilver, just kind of showing how low the curve of this deck is. And one of the reasons why, well, Zephyrus on turn 4 can be pretty good because we don't actually have that many natural 4-drops. Already mentioned Subject 9. The other 2 reload cards in the deck are the Soul Thief, Azalina Soul Thief, and Octosari. Azalina Soul Thief is one you generally want to play after you play all your powerful legendaries and can definitely swing games in your favor. I love the fact that Azalina Soul Thief Gives you almost complete information. You know if your opponent has a big clear. You know if you can go all in. You know what's going on, and I love the card. Last two cards to mention at 8 mana, Octosari and Silver Sword. Octosari is a huge reload card, right? A lot of times we're going to be out of cards in this deck, and we can play this on turn 8 to, well, reload our entire deck and make sure Zephrys the Great cannot hide forever. Silver Sword is a strong card that will win the game, much like a hero card would if it doesn't get removed. And if you upgraded your hero power to the Paladin hero power, you're making 2 dudes a turn after Finley. The Silver Sword complements that nicely. Overall, this deck was a ton of fun to play, and honestly more fun than it even looks, even though it is an aggro deck because of cards like Azalina Soul Thief, and you get to do the Trickery of Secrets pretty much every game because of a card like Subject 9. It's just a lot of fun. Also, Zephrys the Great gets to work out here really well because, well, you just have more opportunities to end the game out of nowhere. All right, I will leave you with some gameplay. Make sure to tune in tomorrow. The extended video will also be online. We will see you guys next time.
Victory or death for Lordaeron.
So it did work out keeping it last time, kind of, but it made my early turns awkward. This can get Dr. Boom, however. All right, maybe we'll try to get Dr. Boom. Not sure about keeping this, but it seems better in the early game than in the late game. I know he's got the three rush guy. I could coin this out. Yeah.
Let me tell you a story.
These aren't the best minions to buff with history buff because, like, this one might be in our hand a long time. Got the same problem there. I think we'd rather make this a 2/2 than this a 3/2, right? Although it would... not sure which one.
What would Uther do?
Yeah, this is awkward. Because we need to play this before this. This can get Dr. Boom.
This place is scary.
So he didn't play his rush minion. That's weird. Maybe his rush minion must have been Zeliax, right? Yeah. Tempted to play this. I don't have any shortage of things going on.
Your wish is my suggestion.
Cleave seems good. So does Power of the Wild, actually. Recommend a deck for Legend.
What would Uther do?
Alright, so what do we want? What's this going to do? It means we have to trade, which maybe I don't want to do. Warpath is the reason... we'll just take Cleave. It's just going to clean.
Light the fuses!
Where's Toxfin? One time. Toxfin one time. No Toxfin. Damn. Feels bad. I cannot kill that thing. Unfortunate. Just playing all these. I could put this to 1, this goes to 2, but that doesn't really do anything, right? If he tries to attack the 4/2 first and then dies to get down. So I think that's fine. Hunter. I'm sure.
I'm so mad.
We can't steal Dr. Boom anymore. It feels bad, but that's fine, right? Don't have any. Do I have a mech somehow? No mech. He's getting 1/1s next turn, which is annoying. We could try to get. Oh, I still have Never Surrender.
I lived.
Warpath is really bad for me, right? Not sure I can do anything about it. No, Warpath is not bad because we have Never Surrender. Brawl is the one that's bad. Yeah, that one seems strong too. The Quest Paladin. All right, so if he brawls, we get a bunch of 1/1s. Then he plays this. Get down happens. Never Surrender gets countered by Brawl pretty hard. That was a really good one to get. You can't shield slam, luckily.
Get down. Evil will be purged.
All right, Baku Paladin is actually what we want, right? Because of I mean Hunter's good too, but because of this plus this is really good. He's a warrior. They run weapon removal a lot of times because, well, Harrison Jones combat, right?
Huh. Failure is an option. Onward to adventure.
Reporting for duty. Evil will be purged.
See how many ways we can get cleared here. There's still another brawl. There's still one more Warpath, one more brawl, and I guess another Plague of Wrath. I'm not sure they run all 6 copies or 2 copies of each, but definitely could. Definitely could. We're looking for execute, right? Give me that execute.
Your soul is in my hands.
Got snip snap. We got a silence though. That might be lethal. Silence to 8. We hit that to 2. And then we get, yeah, it looks like it's exactly though.
Will be purged. To battle. To battle. Well played.
What is up, guys? Thanks for making it to the end of the video. You've gone this far. Help the channel out. Go a little bit further. Like the video, comment below, and if you haven't already, of course, you need to subscribe to the channel. The extended gameplay video will be up tomorrow. I'll make sure to link it here once it is online. I'll see you guys next time.